Planting Connections, courtesy of Chirac Singapore, presents to you Siddhartha with the childlike people. Siddhartha went to Kamaswami the merchant. He was directed into their rich house. Servants led him between precious carpets into a chamber where he awaited the master of the house. Kamaswami entered, a swiftly, smoothly moving man with very grey hair, with very intelligent, cautious eyes, with a greedy mouth. Politely, the host and the guests greeted one another. "I have been told," the merchant began, "that you were a Brahmin, a learned man, but that you seek to be in the service of a merchant. Might you have become destitute, Brahmin, so that you seek to serve?" "No," said Siddhartha, "I have not become destitute and have never been destitute. You should know that I'm coming from the Samanas, with whom I've lived for a long time." "If you're coming from the Samanas, how could you be anything but destitute? Aren't the Samanas entirely without possessions?" "I am without possessions," said Siddhartha, "if this is what you mean. Surely, I am without possessions, but I am so voluntarily, and therefore I am not destitute. But what are you planning to live off, being without possessions?" "I haven't thought of this yet, sir. For more than 3 years I have been without possessions, and I've never thought of what I should live." "So you've lived of the possessions of others, Presumably this is how it is. After all, a merchant also lives off what other people own." "Well said. But he wouldn't take anything from another person for nothing. He would give his merchandise in return. So it seems to be indeed. Everyone takes, everyone gives. Such is life. But if you don't mind me asking, being without possessions, what would you like to give?" "Everyone gives what he has. The warrior gives strength. The merchant gives merchandise. The teacher teachings. The farmer rice. The fisher fish." "Yes, indeed. And what is it now? What you've got to give? What is it that you've learned? What you're able to do?" "I can think. I can wait. I can fast." "That's everything?" "I believe that's everything." "And what's the use of that? For example, the fasting. What is it good for?" "It is very good, sir. When a person has nothing to eat, fasting is the smartest thing he could do. When, for example, Siddhartha hadn't learned to fast, he would have had to accept any kind of service before this day is up, whether it may be with you or wherever, because hunger would force him to do so. But like this, Siddhartha can wait calmly. He knows no impatience. He knows no emergency. For a long time, he can allow hunger to besiege him and can laugh about it. This, sir, is what fasting is good for." "You're right, Samana. Wait for a moment." Kamaswami left the room and returned with a scroll, which he handed to his guest while asking, "Can you read this?" Siddhartha looked at the scroll on which a sales contract had been written down and began to read out its contents. "Excellent," said Kamaswami. "And would you write something for me on this piece of paper?" He handed him a piece of paper and a pen, and Siddhartha wrote and returned the paper. Kamaswami read, "Writing is good, thinking is better. Being smart is good, being patient is better." "It is excellent how you are able to write," the merchant praised him. "Many a thing we will still have to discuss with one another. For today, I'm asking you to be my guest and to live in this house." Siddhartha thanked and accepted, and lived in the dealer's house from now on. Clothes were brought to him, and shoes, and every day a servant prepared a bath for him. Twice a day a plentiful meal was served. But Siddhartha only ate once a day, and neither meat nor did he drink wine. Kamaswami told him about his trade, showed him the merchandise and storage rooms, showed him calculations. Siddhartha got to know many new things. He heard a lot and spoke little. And thinking of Kamala's words, he was never subservient to the merchant, forced him to treat him as an equal, yes, and even more than an equal. Kamaswami conducted his business with care and often with passion, but Siddhartha looked upon all of this as if it was a game, the rules of which he tried hard to learn precisely, but the contents of which did not touch his heart. To continue reading or to listen to more, check out the beautiful book by Herman Hesse called Siddhartha. And stay tuned for our next episode. And if you enjoyed this, check out our website, planting-connections.com, for more interesting articles that stimulate you, excite you, and show you that there's no one best way to do anything. Go create with love, joy, and ease. Thank you.